There's our tiers. So go ahead and just go ahead and start it. Fuck it. Attack on Titan.
For me, it's generational because I don't know. I would put it in the amazing category, maybe, kind of in between amazing and great. I wouldn't put it in godlike, personally.
Definitely agree with that. Fascination Classroom.
I will let you take the lead on that because I haven't seen a lot of it. I would probably myself put it in good.
That's where I'd put it. Good. Black Clover.
This one's tough because I really like Black Clover. The story's solid. The characters in the beginning were a little hard to get through sometimes, but you get past that and you see the animation, and especially there towards the end of the anime and the new movie. I'd put it in great.
I would be inclined to agree. I think Black Clover is overall great series. It really came into its own later on in the series. It found its self identity.
Yeah, because a lot of people early on was just like, "Oh, this is just too much of like Naruto," and it's just like, no, it's what Naruto should have been.
I was one of those people. It was very Naruto-esque at the beginning, but once it found its footing, it became its own thing, and it was beautiful. It was nice. I think it's a great series. I think I like genuinely. I don't think there's a character in Black Clover I dislike.
No, all the characters in this, each character actually, like, if it's not at least one episode, they all get really good backstory and character development.
And is there a character there's characters I'm like mad with? Yeah, but I don't dislike it. Blue Exorcist.
I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time since I read the manga. I'd put it in decent.
Agreed. Bleach.
I'd put it up there with great. I'd put it up there with Black Clover.
If it wasn't for...
Well, actually, let me take that back. The 1,000-Year Blood War arc is really, really fucking good. And the fact that they're animating it now, put it in amazing with Attack on Titan. That's me.
I'm holding off on putting in amazing only because the 1,000-Year Blood War arc isn't finished, and I don't know if they're going to change any of the things in the end
that is in the
manga. Because the way the manga ended was very, very bad.
Okay, so I'm actually going to retract that.
Now, do I think they're going to change it? Absolutely, because I think Kuba now is not on a time limiter where he has to hurry it up. I think Kuba is going to be able to end it the way he wanted it to. I think the ending's going to change, but still, I'm going to wait and see.
This is just purely anime, right?
Anime, manga, all of it all together.
Okay. For the fact that... So, I didn't read the manga for Bleach.
It's not much of an anime.
Well, my big problem, and it's the same with fucking Naruto. I don't know if you're going to bleep that out or not. The filler. You'd be in the middle of an arc, and you'd be like in a very important part of the arc, and in the very next episode, it'd be like something way out there, like not even. I'm
going to have a hot take though. Close. I think Bleach has the best filler out of the big three.
I would agree.
Like I know it's not a very well liked opinion. I liked the Bound arc once it started to pick up.
I agree that the filler arc's good, but I just don't like how it just like.
Well, no, I think the Bound arc's great because where it's placed. It's placed in between the Rancor arc and the Soul Society arc, right between them. I thought that was a good spot to have it. I like the Bound arc because once it starts picking up and they introduce Kadia and stuff, Kadia's cool.
But that's the problem. Is like my thing is like they won't even just do it at the end of arcs. They'll do it like in the middle of one. Like that's my big problem. Like that one's fine.
the Soul Society arc, I thought it was amazing. Soul Society is like one of the best shonen arcs of all time.
It's got a lot of ups and downs.
Soul Society is like literally an arc I've went back and watched several times. Aranka arc was a step down. Felt.
Wake Mundo is better. I liked the Wake Mundo arc.
I like Wake Mundo too. I just think it's a step below Soul Society.
I could agree. If they're like a close 1 and 2, I would say.
Big Koto Town was not that good. God, it was so boring. Then you get to the, what was it called? I can't remember what the name of it's called. It starts with a D. That's where it's the in between. It's literally just leading up to the Aizen fight. That was all right. Aizen fight's kind of underwhelming.
I would put it in good.
I wouldn't put Bleach in good. I don't know. Because 1,000 Year Blood War, man, besides that, if I'm going purely off the anime and it not ended in the manga yet, with cutting the ending out, 1,000 Year Blood War is great. I'm going to put it in great. I want to put it in great because I don't know how the anime is going to end it.
Right. I would put it in good just because of how much up and down there was with it. It really wasn't like super consistent, if that makes any sense.
Chainsaw Man.
I know a lot of people are probably gonna not like me for this. I would put it in good.
I agree. I think Chainsaw Man is a fun series to turn your brain off and watch for the. I feel like the story's kind of boring. The abilities some of these characters have are awesome.
Yeah, and I'm just, as somebody who's just only watched the anime, I like the anime. I feel like the characters aren't as fleshed out as some other animes, like Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen have a lot of comparisons between the two. It's just Jujutsu Kaisen just does everything better.
Yeah, I feel like especially since they came back for part 2, a lot of people said part 2 feel like he's lost. But I think it's overall good.
Has the anime restarted?
No, the manga came back.
Oh, the manga came back. Okay.
There's a part 1 and part 2. The part 2's been doing part 2. Some chapter.
Gotcha.
Dragon Ball GT.
I'll say back on the Chainsaw Man. I will say that the end of Chainsaw Man was very good. As in the anime. Yeah, the end was very, very good. And it was a little bit more of a peak of what the world could actually be and not just the random nonsense that most of it was. So it could lead up to being, I think, to me, it's just too early to tell, especially with only 13 episodes.
Yeah,
I think it's only 13. And as somebody who's only seen the anime, I would just put it in good for right now.
Dragon Ball GT.
There's 3 good things that came out of GT. One of them being Super Saiyan 4. The second one being the baby arc.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one being the ending.
Wow, all 3, yeah.
But like the stuff before the baby arc, mid. The dark, or the Shadow Dragon arc. It was an interesting concept.
Oh no, the concept itself is great.
It was an interesting concept, but I don't think it was executed very well. The Nova Dragon was probably the best part of that, because he did have that already the emotional attachment to the 4-star Dragon Ball. Or Nova Shinron, I should say. I don't know why I called him Nova Dragon, but it's been a long time. But I would put it in decent as overall for Dragon Ball.
I would say when it comes to Dragon Ball GT, I agree with all 3 things you said. I think Dragon Ball GT, I've said it for a long time. It's a series that had great ideas with poor execution.
Yes.
Dragon Ball G. And I'm going to say this about Dragon Ball Super here coming up. It's not like, unlike Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, you felt that the heart in the series, the people actually cared about it.
Oh, exactly.
It had that Dragon Ball feel.
Yeah, that's the thing about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, like the original 2. Like you had that attention to detail, you had that passion behind it. Dragon Ball GT was, you can tell that it was not made by Akira Toriyama.
At this part out.
And honestly, the same argument could be said for the new Dragon Ball that's going to be coming out.
I should not. I would say Dragon Ball GT. I'm going to put it.
I would put it in decent. I would like maybe a low good, but decent. And I'd put it ahead of Blue Exorcist. I think.
Put it ahead of Blue Exorcist.
I'm not a big fan of Blue Exorcist. I was kind of disappointed.
I'm not either, but hard. GT, I can go back and watch GT
purely for the baby arc and the ending. Like that was, and
keep
the fact
in mind,
I
would watch GT in the Japanese because that's the proper way to watch it. Because right. the amount of translations that were mistranslated in English were terrible.
That was just an overall problem with that time period.
Well, it was the worst of GT. Like GT is like if you watch it in English dub and go to sub, they're two different shows.
Yeah,
two completed. Like and plus, I don't care what anyone says. The theme to Dragon Ball GT is one of the best Dragon Ball themes. It's such a good theme. It's in Japanese, not the fucking Grand Tour.
Yeah,
like that shit is good. I'll put it in decent. If I'm going on Japanese only, Dragon Ball GT is decent.
My argument with that is that the only reason I want to put it with decent, the overall story was very mid to me, but just the fact that we got the iconic form of Super Saiyan 4 that literally every fan manga has spun off of.
I think the story was mid because of execution.
And then you have the baby. And then the baby arc was the only thing that was executed well.
Baby arc, one of the best fucking villains, I don't care, in the series. Because he has a legitimate reason to do the things he's doing. He's not just evil for the sake of it.
Exactly. Like he's
They took a filler episode from Z about the Tuffles, which aren't a real thing in this universe, and they made a fucking saga out of it.
I think
which is great.
I think the Tuffles now are canon.
I don't think so.
No, because never mind. I forgot. They're called something else in Super.
That's a great one. Super 17 was that little mini saga was ass.
What, you didn't like the granola arc?
No, I'm talking about Android 17, Super 17.
Oh, yeah,
that was awful.
That was bad.
The
it was
Shadow Dragons.
The only thing that I did like about that was just the fact that Vegeta just one shots Nappa. Like it gave me a laugh. But
the only thing I like is in Super 17 is the interaction between 18 and Krillin and 17.
Yeah.
That was a good interaction. Other than that, no. I've always said the Shadow Dragons arc, that concept of that arc, if you end Dragon Ball, that is the perfect way to end it. That concept is the perfect, because the whole, all these wishes of abusing Dragon Balls come back to bite you. That's great. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, because they do tend to abuse them a lot.
They're the biggest plot device in all anime.
There's no repercussions for death.
And then making repercussions is awesome. And I think it was just so underwhelming up until you get to Nova Shenron.
Like, I get it if, say, like, you can wish somebody back, but no matter what the fucking Guardian says or tries to do, you can only bring back a person back once. But I feel like that was was it retconned?
No, they just have Purunga. Purunga can bring as much as you want.
Yeah, it's just...
And I think there's another thing where Dende made a new set of balls, so they
did.
That was thing.
Whenever Dende took over.
No, I don't know if Dende's new balls actually made a clean slate. I don't know if it did or not. But they had Purunga to go around anyway, so it didn't matter.
Right.
Okay, Dragon Ball Super.
I like it better than GT.
I'm gonna hard disagree on this one then.
Really?
I like GT better. Not by much.
Because I'm not going by just anime on this one.
Like, if we're going on the manga too, the manga of Dragon Ball Super is solid.
The manga has a little bit more of the passion behind it, like you see with the OG Dragon Balls, because Toyotaro, where he's taking over for the manga, you can tell he's actually pretty passionate about, and he's excited to continue it.
I mean, the guy's the creator of Dragon Ball AF, so
right,
he definitely cares. If we're going on the manga to the end, it's hard because the manga and anime are so different. It's hard because the manga came after. Yeah, it's just hard to put them all into one because there's so many differences.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken does not exist in the manga.
Yeah,
which kind of sucks because I like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, but I also like Perfected Super Saiyan Blue. That's a cool concept too. It's hard. I guess I could have made this. I guess I could have put the manga in here. It's just hard.
So the reason why I like it better than GT is it has more of the tone of your typical Dragon Ball. GT had a way darker tone than the rest of Dragon Ball.
Super had a tone of Dragon Ball at all.
I mean, more of the lightheartedness, more of the kind of goofy stuff. I don't know.
I mean, but Dragon Ball GT had Kid Goku. Can't get much goofier than that.
That is true. But for the most part, it was, and don't get me started, it was next time on GT.
That's the English dub, okay?
Yeah, it's just
that's the English dub. Fuck the English dub. That shit's garbage.
The dude was trying way too hard anyway.
Bro, that shit
we're not on GT anymore. We'll go back to fucking Super.
Yeah.
But the thing with Super, the reason why I like it, the fights are better. The later parts of the anime.
I can't disagree with that. There's only one good fight in GT, and that's literally fucking Goku versus Baby. That's it.
Yeah. The Tournament of Power, I like the concept of that, and it kind of calls back to the original Dragon Ball because it was all about the World Martial Arts Tournament. But I don't know. I really like the Moro arc.
Oh yeah, oh my god.
The Moro arc is peak Dragon Ball.
Honestly, Moro arc by itself probably puts it above GT.
Yeah,
Moro arc's fucking good.
The Granola arc, it was a major step down from the
Granola arc was boring until Frieza steps in.
That's the only thing that was good about it.
They hype you up until Frieza, and then after that, guess what? We're back to the movie.
Yeah. The superhero movie, it was good. I wouldn't put it up there as top echelon Dragon Ball movies. Dragon Ball Super Broly, on the other hand, was fucking amazing.
Actually, Broly was very.
Yes, the storytelling, the storytelling in Broly itself, because the only reason I'm bringing up the movies is because those are actually canon.
Oh yeah, Broly's canon, yeah.
But the retelling of, so the episode of Bardock was never really confirmed to be canon. People just kind of assumed, and then it kind of got retconned with the Broly movie.
Oh no, Akira Toriyama retconned himself.
Right.
He made the original Bardock special canon within the manga first. He made it canon because it came out. That came out before the fight between Goku and Frieza. After that came out, Akira Toriyama said he liked it so much he put Bardock in the manga. Which when you see Frieza look at Goku in the manga, it shows the exact scene from the Bardock special, with Bardock in his armor and everything, getting blasted by Frieza.
It does in the anime as well.
Yeah. So Toriyama put that original Bardock in the manga and made him canon from there. That's why everyone assumed it was canon, because Toriyama put him in the manga.
Which that part is still canon because he was still the only Saiyan that tried to stop it.
Yeah. But then he retconned himself by making a brand new Bardock, which different armor and a different attitude and everything.
Yeah, he was a little bit more the Bardock special. The Bardock special made more sense, as in the Bardock special
was so beloved because of Bardock, because Bardock wasn't special.
Right. And
That's what everyone loves
Bardock. He was exactly like every other Saiyan. He was cold-hearted. He really didn't give a fuck.
And he had a shorter redemption story near the end, and everyone liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I'm not saying I dislike the new Bardock. I don't mind him.
We still don't really have a whole lot of insight on the new Bardock, too.
And you get a little bit in the Granola arc.
You do, but not like you can tell that he kind of still had that. He was more like Goku, where he was just like, oh, I see something wrong going on, but he was still a dude that was conquering planets and obliterating people. Like it's like he can't be that great of a guy.
Oh no, you're definitely.
You know what I mean? Like,
just.
But
the Bardock special is so close to my heart, though.
But I do like the storytelling in the Broly movie. That's where I'm getting at. The backstory of the Saiyans and like.
I'll still say I think the original Broly in the first movie is my favorite. That Broly's my favorite.
Right.
And I love the Broly in the first movie. He was just sadistic.
He was very sadistic.
And then the second Broly movie ruined him. All he said was Kakarot. Like, where the hell was these badass lines he had in the first movie? Kakarot, how much do you love your son? Oh my god! Ray tells him, goes, I'm not a monster, I'm the devil. Like, dude, stop. This guy's nasty.
Don't get me started on the Dragon Ball Z abridged version.
Oh, dude, that show's pretty good.
That was amazing.
I still definitely say
Princess Trunks.
I still think that's one of the cool. Kakarot, how much do you love your son? Like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That is nasty.
No, I don't prefer one over the other. I think they're both really good versions.
Oh no, I love the Super Broly. He's really good. Yeah.
He has definitely more of a redeeming factor to him.
I was more interested in Broly's backstory than his actual fights.
Exactly.
Like the minute they quit they went right to the fight. I'm like, no, I want more Broly backstory.
Now, don't get me wrong. That fight, the fight.
It's great, phenomenal.
Yeah, dude. And I love whenever he shit on Frieza. Like that's the reason why Frieza went to the hyperbolic time chamber. He's like, I'm tired of these Saiyans kicking my ass.
Yeah, he went somewhere that was a hyperbolic. It was like a hyperbolic. Which, once again, in the manga, the skip from Frieza to where they go to the movie, that's such a huge time gap. What the fuck happened? Does Frieza just bounce and chill for like 5 years?
Essentially. But we don't even know how long it's been between the Moro and Granola arc too.
Yeah, but still, you can definitely tell it's been a long time because look at the age of Goten and Trunks.
Right.
And like what? Frieza literally has both these monkeys on death's door. Do it. You can't let them get by. You know they're going to catch up.
No, they're trying to. I feel like they're kind of rushing to the finish line of where Z left off.
Then they're going to try to get past that.
Yeah, then they're going to go past that because I feel like they're wanting to. Because Pan's around the same age that she was at the end of Z.
Right, because they're trying to work around that whole thing where we got to make it make sense still.
Right.
Which I
want them to actually make it make sense because there's been a lot of Dragon Ball that don't make fucking sense.
As long as we can get the same ending as GT. GT's ending is the perfect way to end Dragon Ball in general. That ending of GT, that's how you end a series.
And they may end up making GT canon at some point. Who knows?
Breaking Super Saiyan 4, then we get more convoluted transformations. Oh no. The power scaling community is going to have their hearts ate out. Oh no.
Maybe there's some sort of like power channeling that's like how you get God Key. Maybe there's like a cutoff or something like that.
Maybe we can get lucky and everyone loses their God Key.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like there's probably a source of God Key like within the multiverse of Dragon Ball, and once that well is cut off or drained or whatever, you know what I mean? Just like
I'm gonna be honest, the only thing Super's been able to do is make God Keys not feel special anymore.
Mm-hmm. Because there's so many different characters that have gotten to the level of that.
Gohan is on the level of what?
Well, we don't know if that is a god power up or not.
Well, they confirmed the Beast Mode Gohan's stronger than Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, I understand that, but he was also part of the Super Saiyan 4 ritual. So if you think of it that way, that's how they explain that Vegeta got it, apparently. Like that's how he was able to
they explain it? I thought he just trained and got it.
No, I'm pretty sure the reason because they were part of that ritual, some of the God Key or something. That's what I that might just be headcanon, but I believe I read that somewhere that's how he got his God Key.
How did Vegeta get merely trained with Whis to learn how to access God?
But I think I know that he trained, but I think that it was.
Sister God Goku did the same thing after he lost Super Saiyan God. So the ritual is just temporary.
Okay.
Just trained with Whis to act.
Okay. For some reason, I saw something somewhere, and I don't know where it's from or where I saw it. I saw something that because of the ritual, there was like the residual God Key, and there was like that open channel that you could tap into. If that makes any sense.
It's Dragon Ball.
It is. Like there's so many different retcons, and like be like,
let's rank this thing. Let's rank it. 10 people on Dragon Ball Super for a while.
I would put it in good.
Good. I'll put it low good just for the Moro arc.
Like that, I'm like for this one, because it's one of the very few mangas that I've actually read, is because I'm the Moro arc and Black Frieza, I feel like, and I like the fact that there's actually like a true villain now with Frieza always being there and being the loose cannon. Because he is like as in terms of like actual Dragon Ball, not excluding GT, he's been the ultimate villain.
It's only because he's marketable, to be honest.
That too. And
Dragon
Black
Ball
Frieza in cool form.
And
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'm stuck between good plus and great. Because it was such a big part of my childhood, and that might be a little biased.
Oh no, it's part of. I think it was many people in our generation's gateway was Dragon.
No, I agree. Yeah,
it's hard letting nostalgia bias dictate for you. Hard,
but I'm not even just thinking about that. Like I'm thinking about the Cell Saga too. The Cell Saga was very, very good.
It's so hard for me because this picture of Dragon Ball Z here, I had this exact poster in my room when I was a kid. So like, I know I love that. I love that poster just because of nostalgia. I'm proud Dragon Ball Z made me feel as a kid. Seeing Goku go Super Saiyan for the first time, seeing Goku use Kaioken against Ginyu for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. This is how he goes Super Saiyan." Cool.
Yeah. So I wanna say that I want to put it in great, purely for the simple fact that yes, it does not have the best story of every shonen, of all shonen. You know what I mean? But it was that gateway that really made anime super popular in the States and the Western world as it is today.
Okay, first ever character was in Macy's Red Flow.
Mm-hmm.
There's a National Goku Day.
Yep. Without Dragon Ball Z, without Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, you wouldn't have the big three. You wouldn't have a bunch of these different shonens that have really latched off the bat, or really they got a lot of their stuff from Dragon Ball.
Without Akira Toriyama, you probably wouldn't have Bleach.
Nope.
Akira Toriyama is the one who pushed Kubo to put Bleach in shonen, like Bleach.
And we'll get to this one later too. Without Yu Yu Hakusho, you probably wouldn't have the concept of Bleach either.
Oh no, absolutely.
So I want to put it in great.
Nostalgia being in my mind. Sand Saga, amazing. Namek Saga, yep. 2 back-to-back bangers.
Yep.
Some people split the Namek and Frieza Saga. I'll go with that too and still say there are 3 back-to-back bangers.
Yep.
Honestly, Frieza Saga is probably godlike.
Okay, and I want to mention this too. Whenever Dr. Android 19 and 20, when they first, because we didn't know what the androids were going to look like,
Well, they're supposed to be the original androids anyway.
Exactly. But those androids were so sadistic and terrifying.
It was mainly 19. 19 was like cold hearted. He did not care.
So was Dr. Gero, though.
Yeah, Gero was. You could kind of tell he was more human.
The eyes, and like especially in the anime, like
emotionless expressions.
The emotionless expressions and the music, especially in the English dub.
Yeah, like the Bruce Faulkner score. Yeah. That shit was
like
nasty.
That added so much, and it was the same with the introduction to Cell.
Especially the part where he stabs Yamcha through the chest. You're like, oh,
that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like it was just like, oh shit. Like,
hey, to be fair, like Yamcha got a kind of a rub from him too. Because they're like, hey, we thought this was Goku. How you? Yamcha just leaped in power that much?
Like that was Goku? That section was, to me, like not.
I like that was part, yeah. Like, there's the Android Saga, which stops right as soon as they Android 17-18 leave. Mm-hmm. Then you get Cell Saga, Imperfect Cell Saga.
Mm-hmm. Which
those two were amazing.
Yes. It kind of dipped in Majin Buu, except for the Majin Vegeta and Goku fight.
Perfect Cell, like. I call him Ugly Cell, the second phase. But he's annoying. That's me.
Chuck Shell. Chuck Cell.
Yeah, Chuck
that's what we'll just call him Chuck.
Perfect Cell, we're back to Godlike, because Perfect Cell's awesome. Listen, I know the Gohan Cell fight is beloved, but I went back and watched it. It's not that, I mean, it's still good, but it's not as good as people remember, because everyone thinks it's a back and forth fight. It's not.
It's not.
And it's kind of annoying. And I kind of got irritated in that fight because it's just Gohan. Gohan irritated me because of the cockiness. That shit was annoying. He's the reason why Goku died. And here's the thing I hate about Gohan. He doesn't learn from that. That's why Boo fucking absorbs Gotenks, because he's cocky. Mm-hmm. Gohan never learns.
And it can be argued that in Dragon Ball Super Hero, I know you haven't seen it, when he gets his beast form, he does
the same thing. I've seen clips. I've seen the clips.
Very, very cocky.
Yeah, he doesn't learn. That's why I don't like Gohan as character. He doesn't learn. And people hate when you bring it up, but it's like it's a consistent running thing. Gohan is the same as always.
Right.
See, we get past Cell, we go to the Majin Buu saga. It dips in quality. No, hold on. Storytelling wise, it dips. Art wise, in the anime, it's much better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's the peak Dragon Ball design is in the Buu saga. That shit's good. Storytelling wise, kind of meh. It's not bad, not great.
As it progresses, though, it gets better.
Then after a while, it kind of feels like it's a jumbled mess. Then it kind of clears itself out at the end. Mm-hmm. Especially during the Super Boost stuff. You're like, what the fuck? What's going on? Okay.
Also, I want to say this for all the DBZ tards that are out there and that are probably watching this. Buuhan is stronger than Kid Buu. If you think otherwise, you are stupid.
Think otherwise, you mention this. Like, yeah, Goku can Super Saiyan 3 Goku can kill with Kid Buu, but yet he gets stomped by fucking Buu tanks.
The fact that they have to fuse. Vegeta and Goku have to fuse.
And not just that, the fact that Goku and Vegeta were confident enough to fight one-on-one with him without fusing.
I also was not a fan of whenever they got absorbed and was fighting inside of Buu. That
part was very Resident Sleeper. Very Resident Sleeper. I don't care.
Yeah.
When it's over. That shit was annoying.
I don't know, now that we're talking about it, especially with like early Dragon Ball Z.
I'm done with putting Z at good plus. I would not put it on Black Clover level in terms of quality.
You wouldn't?
Actually,
I would.
I'd put it.
I would, because it was a different time. It was the 90s. It was the 90s. Is the 80s and 90s. It was a different time.
I'll put it there. I'll put it there.
I would put it there. Yeah.
Okay, Dragon Ball.
Amazing.
Is it above Attack on Titan?
No.
Ooh,
no.
Oh, no! Hold on, no! Because Dragon Ball is my favorite fight of the whole series. Oh no!
But can a single fight dictate over an entire series?
I don't know, bro. I got a chub watching Goku versus Piccolo.
That was a great fight.
That's the best fight in my opinion of all the series. I love that fight so much. That tournament's the best tournament.
I would put Dragon Ball and Attack on Titan on equal footing. I wouldn't really put one or the other over. Yeah.
Deadman Wonderland.
Bad. Actually, can we make it like? Can we make a new one that's below it? Okay, what are we gonna call this one?
Why is it?
Yes.
Okay, here you go. I think it's just bad, but I'll go put it in dog.
Dog shit. It was so bad. It had so much potential, and it just like.
Okay, Devilman Crybaby.
This one's a tough one because. Okay, it's just Crybaby, right?
Yeah, just Crybaby. Not the Apocalypse of a Moon, not the original series, none of that. Well, if I had to choose, I would put Apocalypse of a Moon in there too, because I love that fucking movie.
Right.
I think that movie's great. I think it has a better ending than. I mean, Devilman Crybaby has the actual canon ending, but I like Apocalypse of a Moon because just how he walks away from Satan. That shit, badass. Just ghosts him, just walks by him, and that's how it ends.
Because we come back to the whole generational aspect.
Devilman was just ahead of its time in Shounen because of how brutal it was.
Exactly.
And it inspired like Berserk stuff.
And then
Devilman's a very iconic shonen. It's very important to the anime in general.
I got a question. Do we have Cyborg 009 on here? That's another shonen that because like I was just thinking about that because there were two.
I forgot that was a thing. Because jeez, Louise, Papa. I forgot about that anime.
So now,
Crybaby itself, bro.
It was really good. It was really good.
It was. It made Devilman more like modern times with the phones and shit.
And I'll be completely honest with you, Devilman Crybaby was my introduction to Devilman. It was the first because I never got around to watching the original.
I feel like it was most people's.
And after like looking back and like seeing the original, it holds true to a lot of the original anime because a lot of the same stuff happens, don't it?
The Apocalypse. Oh no, there was. It's that one.
Yeah.
And I only one I watched is that one and Apocalypse of a Moon. I watched.
As far as I know, as far as I know, it's the same story. I think.
Oh no, it's the same story, but it's modernized and
exactly.
It all went the same.
Yeah, I would. God, it was so ahead of its time, and Crybaby, even though like Crybaby was like made to like
I like the stylistic choice in animation, baby.
Oh, absolutely.
Loved it.
It was unsettling in some parts.
There's like sometimes they like would change the color scheme of the blood be pink or like yellow, and I was like, "This is cool."
Yeah.
And the ending, of course, the ending's sad.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens?
It was definitely not a happy ending.
Happens to the little brother and the love interest.
Dude, that's just like.
I think Apocalypse of a Moon, the little brother's death was the worst.
I never watched it. So
he's running towards her. He sees people come to the doors, and right before he's like halfway through saying her name, an arrow shoots him in the head against the wall. Oh, it's just quiet. You're like, oh my.
It's just so brutal. The story is good. The pacing is a little bit fast. I'll say that in Crybaby.
It's definitely. Oh, the manga's very short too.
Right.
Manga's like 6-7 chapters long.
Yeah, don't have a whole lot of source material.
That the chapters were a lot of pages.
Yeah.
Devilman is definitely a series. If you told someone it was shonen, they'd be like, "You're lying."
I didn't know it was shonen.
It was the first ever shonen to do this, which is what inspired you. From what time I was shocked because shonen wasn't used to doing this dark stuff. This is the first time where the main character, didn't have a good ending.
Wait a minute. I thought Attack on Titan wasn't a shonen. Was it a shonen?
Attack on Titan shonen, yeah.
I had no idea.
But he is shonen.
I don't know why I just now that was the first one we fucking did, and I just don't know why that just wait a minute.
It was always in
I'm the dude from Fat Albert. Wait a minute.
It was a shonen. It was always in the shonen magazine because it was always a monthly series.
Gotcha.
It went in the big. It went in the main. I would put Devilman Crybaby. I want to put it somewhere between great and amazing. I don't want to make a great plus. But for now, I would put it in the top, top of great. Top of great.
I'll agree.
Death Note.
Ooh. The first non-battle shonen that a lot of people has ever seen.
Death Note up until a certain point.
Yes.
And after that certain point, what the fuck am I watching? Why does this not make any sense?
Yeah, it really kind of taints the whole thing of it.
I'll say to anyone watching, it's not watch that note, watch episode 25 and then just watch the last episode. Just skip anything past episode 25. Don't watch it. It's not worth it.
It becomes a convoluted mess.
Just pretend that light wins in the end and that's the end of the series. Or you can watch the last episode and watch the end of that, because that's still fine. The end way it ends is fine. It's just you skip everything else after that. Before that, it's awful. I did not like N. I don't like Nier. I think Nier sucks. None of it made sense. How Nier beats him, because it doesn't make sense that Light would fall for half the shit he does.
Mm-hmm.
Because L's a lot smarter. All the shit that Light falls for is out of character, way out of character. Makes no sense.
In a way, you can kind of make the argument though that he got really cocky, and he kind of was a little bit too confident in himself, and that's why.
Look how cocky he was before him and L started. When he thought he had L, and L was like, "Oh, I got you." He still beat him. He's still smartened up. He adapted.
I would put it below Bleach, honestly.
Below Bleach?
For me, personally.
In good or just in good?
In good plus.
Would I...
Just because the second half was just a total mess, and
would I put Death Note on the same level as Dragon Ball Z?
No, I don't think so. I would put it below Bleach.
I'm with that for now. It's gonna be fucking. People are gonna be mad.
What, with the Death Note place?
Yeah, listen. If anyone's gonna comment, it's like, "Yeah, you son of a bitch." Listen, if it stops at episode 25, it's godlike. Amazing to godlike. It'd be incredible. But Nier ruined it all.
It's the same thing with GT. It's the same thing with Super. It's the same thing with that. I'm with doing these tier lists or whatever. I'm looking at it as a whole, not just one part of it. One part does not make the entire anime godlike. But the fact that it just fell off in the second half, it was just like, dude, what are you
There's doing? A reason, when you hear people talk about Death Note, there's a reason why no one mentions Nier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Demon Slayer. I'm anime only, so I don't know how the manga goes.
I'm anime only myself. Mugen Train was fire. I
didn't like the retelling of Mugen Train in season 2, though.
I didn't watch that. I waited till the new source came out.
Season 1 is amazing.
Yep.
Season 2, in my opinion, is is godlike. That's my favorite season. I fucking love season 2. Like, I fuck with Tengen Uzui. That guy is he's the bomb. Season 3, we're kind of on good because we got in a bit.
I would put because a lot of important things happened in season 3.
The real question is, would you put it on the same level as AOT and Dragon Ball?
I would, yes. I would.
Then you're putting it above Devilman Crybaby. I would. I'd put it in high great.
You know what? I want to make a change.
Crybaby and Amazing?
Yep, and then put Demon Slayer below it. That's, to me...
Now, I will say in season 3, the ending starts things going because Muzan is going to start making his move.
Right, but there was some major character development with that Hashira as well.
Yeah,
and then you gotta
think though. You gotta think that how memorable is she? You remember her name?
His name.
Yeah, I don't remember him. There's 2 of them.
It's the kid that's the same age as them.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at remembering names. And
I just feel like the ending is what's going to be the most interesting. Muzan's going to get rid of the upper 6. They don't need him anymore.
So, and just because of it's the same thing as it's doing the same thing as what Super is doing, and it's taking movies and putting them in the fucking seasons of the anime, just so that way they can have those time slots.
To be fair to Demon Slayer, though, they did take a whole arc in the manga and made it a movie.
Yeah, but it was paced so well, and it was not that big of an arc, so it worked. And the Mugen Train was amazing.
Only thing I know when it comes to Demon Slayer that I know from the manga happened. Akaza will play a big part later on.
Mm-hmm.
So what's his name? The number 1. I think his name's the number 1 will play a big. I don't know about number 2. I know he's getting rid of the rest of the episodes.
I still think it's amazing. That's how I am.
And all I know from that is in the manga is that Tanjiro gets something. Tanjiro gets a typical shonen moment.
Right.
Just the only thing I know he gets, because there's pictures of it.
If you haven't read the manga like myself, you can kind of deduce as to what is probably.
He gets Naruto stuff. Like he doesn't get with it in him, but he becomes something. Anyway, your Eternity. I love To Your Eternity.
It's such a good anime.
Any series that can make me question life in my own life, I think it's a plus.
Yeah.
Any series that can get you contemplating life and what it means and stuff. That's a good series.
And depressing too.
Oh yeah, very depressing. And it's great seeing the main character, just how he's progressing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of intelligence, into becoming a human. Yes, it's very, very rewarding to watch. Developing emotions, feeling things. Awesome.
Losing people.
Yeah, great.
It's Gumby.
You didn't see anything.
Seen too much.
Tier list? Your stream?
We're doing one for his YouTube video.
It's an anime tier list?
Mm-hmm. For just Shounen.
Shounen Jump?
Mm-hmm.
Jump.
How do I make this full screen? So I can see how terribly wrong you are.
We need to have Corey Gillenwater in this.
Mm-hmm.
He would have some major hot takes.
Right. Naruto, godlike.
Yeah, you're gonna get kicked already.
We're on 2 years.
Dragon Ball Super
now.
Decent.
I listen.
That's Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball GT is decent.
Oh, GT. Okay, that's appropriate then.
Super is in good.
The reason I put Super in good is because in the manga, the more. If I'm going based off anime only, it's barely behind GT.
Mm-hmm.
Attack on Titan is You put it behind GT?
What? Super? Yeah, I put Super behind GT.
Really?
Anime wise, absolutely. Anime is nothing but a cash grab.
I feel like I just feel like GT is just not very good at all. I enjoyed Super more than I did GT.
I don't think they're far apart that much.
They're not, but just pure manga because of the passion behind it. And
I will still say they ruined the best arc of Dragon Goku Black.
Yeah. I like Super more than one tier different than GT. But I wouldn't say it was like the best thing ever.
Right.
I just don't like that people say it's better because it's made by Toriyama. It doesn't make it good.
I mean, I would have to agree with them just because I like it better than GT.
Toriyama saw how much popularity and money that One Piece is getting and wanted to get in on it. And you wouldn't have One Piece without Dragon Ball.
So is this top one Dragon Ball? Up there in the
OG Dragon Ball, yes.
Oh, okay. I can agree with that. I feel like it's kind of like OG Star Wars, where like it wasn't completely focused on only Jedi, and so that's partly what made it.
Well,
really
you didn't
good.
even know about Saiyans in Dragon Ball.
Saiyans wasn't even a concept until Z came.
No.
But thank you.
Well, I mean, he was an alien. I don't know if they had the name Saiyan.
They never specified that he was an alien.
He never was that. Toriyama did not come up with him being an alien until Z. Goku was just had a tail because he's based off Sun Wukong. That's the only reason why he had a tail.
Yeah. He turns into a giant monkey. Oh, okay.
That's really the only reason. But I say Dragon Ball's just equality wise, story wise, fight wise, I like it better.
Well, this is why
and
my favorite Star Wars movie.
Mine too.
My favorite Star Wars movie is now Rogue One.
That's a good movie. I can't hate that.
Because that's about the only good movie Disney did. But it's because the story was already written.
Peak modern Star Wars is Mandalorian. You can't change my mind.
I don't know, bro. Obi-Wan was pretty badass.
Rogue One is better than both of those, but
I would definitely say Rogue One was better than both of them.
Mandalorian was cool. I thought it was going to be cool.
I can't comment on Rogue One because I felt I'll have to rewatch it.
Pause.
But,
your eternity.
You're paused?
He's recording right now.
You unpaused?
Unpause.
I'm here to ruin your recording.
That's fine.
Dragon Ball Super should be at the top!
Said every DBZ tart ever.
What is the bottom one?
Bottom one's Dead Man Wonderland.
I haven't seen that.
You don't.
I probably haven't seen most of these.
You put to your eternity yet?
It's been a while since I've watched a ton of anime.
I'm stuck between godlike and amazing.
Oh damn! Jeez.
Just the story and everything, the tone of it's just consistent and good.
I will not put it above Attack on Titan.
I can agree with that.
I put it above Demon Slayer.
That's nah.
I enjoy Demon Slayer more than I do.
I do amazing. But when I put it above Black Clover.
Yeah.
Would?
I would.
I just don't feel comfortable.
From a storytelling aspect, yes.
I feel more comfortable putting it at the top of great.
I can agree with you. It's your video, buddy.
Fire Force.
Give me season 3.
I know this is your jam.
Give me season fucking 3. Fire Force is everything that Soul Eater should have been.
See, you're anime only. I've read the manga.
I know how the manga ends, and I'm happy with the ending of the manga.
Well, I am too. I like how the ending of the manga pretty much molds the worlds together where it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers, though.
I'm not gonna say
that. Tell me how it ends.
I would put it up there in amazing.
You would put it in amazing.
I think it's better than Black Clover.
No, I wouldn't put it.
And no, I would put it in great below tier.
I'd say they're even.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't put it on the level of Demon Slayer.
No, I think it's great. I don't think
it's not as popular, but I would say a lot of people. The animation, dude, and that really surprised me.
Yeah.
Here's a controversy. Alchemist Brotherhood.
Bad.
Brotherhood.
When Base Love Brother, I'm not doing the original.
Thank you.
Bad. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, throw it in dog shit. Kidding.
That's the video.
You just lost all your viewers.
Yeah, I go from near 200 subs down to 0. There we go. I lose your fan base in one video. Let's go. Follow me for more tips.
I
would put I think it's above great. I think it's better than all these.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Demon Slayer.
Yep.
I think it's better than Devilman.
I agree.
Is it better than OG Dragon Ball?
I don't think
I don't know. That's a hard one, man.
I don't think so. They're close.
Brotherhood is a iconic anime. It deserves all the praise it gets. It's
the reason why Full Metal Alchemist got Brotherhood is because...
In terms of enjoyment, I will not I had more fun watching Dragon Ball, especially as a kid.
I think from probably more modern anime fans, they would definitely put it above Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but it's just as
a lot of people do not appreciate what Dragon Ball was, especially for the time.
They usually gloss over and go straight to Z, which is like, no, you need Dragon Ball.
Right, which when you take it over to video games and stuff like that, you look at games that like no longer hold up really, like. Right. They had.
I still think Dragon Ball holds up.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of video games. There's a lot of video games that I really like that are older ones that I'm like, I still think it's a great game. But like, if I look at it from somebody's perspective who wasn't there and didn't play it, I could totally understand why they wouldn't think it was a great game. Right. Same with this.
I just think, and I've always thought, Dragon Ball just had a charm to it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have.
There's a reason why it was so popular.
Right. And it sparked Dragon Ball Z, which is probably actually more popular than it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So it is,
but if there wasn't Dragon Ball, there'd be no Dragon Ball Z.
It's like I said earlier, which you weren't here for that. Without Dragon Ball Z, you would not have anime in the Western world. If Dragon Ball Z was not as popular as what it was, whenever it
I feel like at some point it would come over, maybe much later.
It'd be much later, and you wouldn't have
the big three.
You wouldn't have the big three. You wouldn't have Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, no.
Jujutsu Kaisen was heavily inspired by Bleach and Yu Hakusho.
I was getting ready to say that.
And Hunter x Hunter. Gege is a very big Togashi fan.
Right.
Dragon Ball really had an influence in Jujutsu. Definitely, you wouldn't have the big three.
Right.
Which in force, without Bleach, you probably wouldn't have Jujutsu Kaisen.
All right. Move on to the next one.
I want to talk about the next one. Anyway, Gintama.
I haven't watched this. I have no idea what it is.
What was the last one you just did?
Fairy Tail.
Oh, you don't like Fairy Tail?
No, we don't talk about Fairy Tail.
Did you put Eden Zero on this list?
No, I'm not going to put.
Like that, it's almost purely fan service.
It's basically the same thing as Fairy Tail.
I'm not. I've wasted too much time on Fairy. I'm not. No, I've had my aggressions. If you want to watch how I feel about Fairy Tail, my channel is I read the last 5 chapters of Fairy Tail manga, and you'll get a glimpse of how I feel about that series. Anyway,
is it because of how it ended?
No, it's just how it is in general.
Okay.
How it wasted 800 chapters of my life, 400 in the beginning, like maybe 400 more when I came back for the Tartarus arc, which I thought the Tartarus arc was Fairy Tail getting back to being good again. And guess what? Urameshi was like, hey, got you. Never mind. Anyway, I'll talk about it further.
Yeah, I'm letting you take the reins on this one.
Gintama is. Oh, wait, where? Yeah, Gintama. Hey, Hajime no Ippo.
Never seen it. Again, you have the full reign on this one.
All right, Hell's Paradise.
I'd put it in good.
That Little Mac right there in that one?
I think that one was it's got a solid concept. Characters are pretty likable. They're interesting characters, but I'd put it in good.
Love Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man.
It's about even.
All right, Hunter X. I sound like an idiot. Hunter.
So you fucking noob. Like, what the fuck are you doing calling it Hunter X Hunter?
Just made a video. Hunter.
I would put it personally in great. I would put it above Fire Force and I would put it above Black Clover.
Wouldn't put it above Tier.
They're close for me. Like I don't know. I'll let you decide whether it's above 2 Year Eternity. Do you agree with the great?
Arms are heavy. I've almost on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
Okay.
World building, the best power system in any shonen ever.
I'm anime only too, so.
No, Nen is like the most complicated power system.
Yeah.
And it's so well constructed though. Good lord. Plus, without Nen, you don't have curse energy. Which is what curse energy is basically based on is Nen.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'd put it amazing. I put it above Hajime. I put it above Demon Slayer. Above this. Put it above Full Metal.
Wow. It's that good.
I love like especially if you're the manga. Yes, Hunter's incredible.
I've never watched it. I've seen it like pop up a lot of times and like heard about it before, but I've never.
I put it above Dragon Ball. No, honestly, if I had my choice, I put it above Attack on Titan. Honestly, love Hunter.
It's that good.
I love Hunter. It's so
you gotta
good.
leave bias out of it.
Tagashi's such a freaking dog. He's so good at manga. Like, this guy doesn't miss. First Yu Hakusho and then Hunter, like he doesn't miss.
Yeah, I agree.
He did Yu Yu Hakusho too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yu Hakusho was his first one.
Yeah, because I'll agree with you because I was going to put, Yu Yu Hakusho and Amazing too. So I would put them. I would put them on par with each other. But
oh no, I won't even say that. I still think Yu Hakusho is better. Until Hunter finishes. If Hunter finishes, it'd probably be Hunter, honestly. Oh man.
Like, Yu Yu Hakusho is one of those animes where it would be even better if it would have stopped at a certain point.
Oh, dude, it'd been even better if he'd have done a certain arc a certain way that everybody wanted him to do it, but he didn't because he rushed it. Like he wanted to be done with it.
The tournament, I feel like if they had stopped after the tournament, they would have been better.
If he had done the Three Kings tournament or the Three Kings saga the way everyone wanted to.
Sensui? I don't know.
You didn't like Sensui? What? Can you didn't like Sensui?
That's what I mean. It's just like, dude, like Sensui, dude, that whole arc was amazing.
Shinobu Sensui, yo, no, Chapter Black was incredible.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I've seen
Sensui was the guy who used to be the old spirit protective, but seen the Chapter Black.
Oh, right, okay.
He killed Yusuke, and Yusuke got his demon powers after that.
Yeah, okay. I don't.
That's where they start bringing in the actual the rankings for the demons.
I don't remember if I even watched that whole arc, but I do remember liking that though.
Sensui is like one of the most complex villains in Shonen.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that later.
Anyways, yeah.
Inuyasha.
I like that one.
Inuyasha's a good gateway.
It's one of the first animes I ever saw that.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of people's first anime. Yeah,
it's like late night Adult Swim, like at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, Inuyasha's fine. I put it above Dragon Ball Super. I know that much.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Inuyasha.
I wouldn't say I'm a big fan. I'm just saying I think it's good. I think it's good for what it is.
Yeah,
I like Super better than Inuyasha, but that's just me.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know that I would put it above.
I'm fine with putting it here. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I think it should be at least good.
I would put it in decent, but that's just my personal opinion.
But then you're putting it in the same ranks as GT and that Blue Exorcist, which I refuse to do that.
To me, it kind of is, but I don't know because just because, and I know Gilly's going to hate me for it, but I'm not a big fan of it.
I put it in good just because of what it's done for anime.
But I also think that Inuyasha is another one of those. I feel like there's a lot of animes that are in that same era of like Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, where they like had a good story going and then they went too long, and they kept going, and it
see. I will not.
Just the whole every episode. Kagome.
It has the Naruto syndrome. They had Kagome and Inuyasha. They had Sasuke and fucking Naruto.
Oh, Kagome was the girl.
I know.
Sasuke is. Listen, I know what you're trying to do here. I would never put Sasuke on Kagome level. Sasuke was out still doing his own thing. He didn't need saved. Naruto was just a really obsessed best friend.
But the reason, so I will disagree with what you said, Gumby, because Yu Yu Hakusho was great, and it still could have been great if he would have ended it properly.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean about when I say that kind of thing.
Because
like, there's animes where like
the Demon Tournament, the very ending, the very end arc of the Demon Tournament was very subpar compared to the rest of it, but he had that arc still had so much potential. The Three Kings arc was just dude, like you have a plethora of different ways you can take this.
And this man can literally have a rematch with you and good word.
Yeah,
have Kurama versus Hiei.
But that's what I mean by that is like they start off and they're doing well, and then even like the next season. They go well, but then it's like they in that season like they lose that arc, they like lose their way, and then it ends up just the ending kind of flops, and it's like, man, if you're gonna make it flop like this, you should have just ended it last time.
I don't think it necessarily flopped. It's just more of a
I'll agree
and missed.
I'll agree with Gumby. It flopped.
What I was going to say is that he shot his shot, but he missed the target.
Stop.
Wide left.
We're getting back to Yu Yu Hakusho talk. Just stop.
Okay.
So another anime that like I think that of is it's one of my favorite animes of all time because it was like my first one is Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes.
Is that if they had stopped it after the battle with what's his name? I forget his name now. The mummy guy. Yeah, Shishio. If they'd stopped it there, boom, great, amazing anime. But then they kept going, and it was like kind of like the arc after that wasn't that great.
That's because they anime at the time they messed up the series,
right? And
which is why you have a Yu Yu Hakusho reboot. That's why you have a Rurouni Kenshin reboot right now because they're trying to do it.
The past episodes were amazing. The future episodes were great. But the
OVAs were great too. Good lord.
Yeah. And then the season after Shishio was just not great, or the arc after Shishio
it was per Resident Sleeper. Yeah. Makoto Shishio is definitely the peak.
Yeah,
of the
if they had stopped right there, it would be I'd consider it one of the greatest of all time.
Makoto Shishio is like one of my favorite shonen villains of all time. I love Makoto. Yeah, he's so good.
All right.
Anyway, sorry. I keep getting you guys.
We're getting off track.
We've done this way too long.
All right, because we're not going to have anything to say when we get to these series. Let's chill out.
Yeah.
Okay. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1.
Part 1?
Part 1. I got all parts because I'm not putting them all together as one anime. One series.
The introduction to Dio himself.
I will always say this about Part 1. You're not going to appreciate or like Part 1 until you get past it.
It's very true.
You first will start with Part 1, it's very boring. You have no knowledge of anything else. Like once you get to like Part 3, 4, anything past that, you can go back and watch it and appreciate it.
True.
Up until that point, until you get to the Dio and Jonathan final fight, it's so sleeper.
Yeah.
And based on that alone, if I'm going off not knowing the rest of the series, I'm going to say it's like decent at best.
Below GT?
I'll put it above. Top decent.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
Part 2, though. 2. Battle Tendency.
Oh, Bleach.
This shit is.
Yeah, because that was before the stand stuff.
Shit, like Jonathan Joestar is a great main character. Cars is still to this day the strongest villain within the series.
What anime is that one?
JoJo's.
Oh.
I'll put JoJo's above FMA, brother.
I'll agree.
Stardust Crusaders. I have a hot take for Stardust Crusaders. I'll let you go first.
To me, Stardust Crusaders is my favorite JoJo's. That's just me. That's just me. So I would personally put it above part 2, personally. But
Stardust Crusaders for me, I find it to be the most boring up until Dio fight. Well, up until Dio fights the main cast, him killing Kakuin. Because up until they get to Dio, every episode feels very episodic. Feels like you get nowhere. I can agree with that. It just feels boring up until you get to. Now, once you get to Dio,
especially when you binge it.
Yeah.
When you binge it, you have to really. You kind of have to fight through it a little bit. I can agree with that.
And once you get to Dio, it picks back up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the Dio and Jotaro fight. Iconic. Great fight. Hype. I will not put it above part 2. I think part 2 is still better. Jotaro is my favorite Joestar, but I just feel like his introduction series of him is weak. I will put it. Yeah. Well, top of grade. I think you'd beat it.
All right.
Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. This is my favorite JoJo part. But pairs don't mean that. I'll put it at the top of.
I can agree with that.
I still think Battle Tendencies, quality-wise, is the best part.
It's been a long time since I've watched Battle Tendencies. I need to rewatch it because there's been after so long you haven't watched something, you forget what happens. It's one of those things. So it's just when I need to rewatch it.
Here's another part that's doesn't remember me saying like this part, but it's not the best. Part 5, Golden Wind. I put Golden Wind in amazing.
See, I haven't really. After part 4, I kind of fell off. So
part 5's pretty good.
So
definitely I put part 5 right here. And I put part. Stone Ocean to me, I like Stone Ocean, but I can get back to the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Godlike.
Skip a beat.
It's godlike. It's everything you want in a shonen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's everything you want in a shonen. That shit is fucking. Oh my god!
I have not been so into a series since One Piece when it comes to shonen. I freaking love Jujutsu Kaisen so much. Cyborg 009.
I know we both forgot about it, but I honestly forget what happens in it.
I forgot about that thing.
Everyone's forgot about it.
Did you know they did a remake on Netflix?
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah. They did like one season. I've been waiting so long.
It was good. It was good.
We'll just put it good because no one remembers what happens.
But
I remember.
Can we talk about Jujutsu Kaisen for a little bit and just to really appreciate everything that the people at Mappa.
Yeah, not Mappa. Everyone at Mappa did.
The time crunch that they are on and the quality
and still the quality they make is better than 95% of other studios.
Holy shit.
If only Bungie could be that good.
Bungie won't be able to sniff Mappa. But dude, Jujutsu Kaisen is literally everything you want in an anime. Storytelling, world bending, the power scaling, the animation.
End of the world?
World building.
Yeah, world building's world building's alright. Their world building's not the best.
It's not the best, but it has it. Not a lot of shonen has that.
But world building doesn't mean it's great though. You don't need to start building world building.
I mean, granted, it's based in the real world. It's
the next one Kuroko's basketball?
Yes.
Oh god, like I'm just kidding.
Never watched it.
Not that good, but I liked it.
Trust me. When I was going through my Kuroko phase.
You were or weren't?
He was a big fan.
Yeah, I liked it.
I still like Kuroko's. I mean, now if I'm comparing to like Slam Dunk, it's not as good.
Like I said, I've never watched it. I've never been big in sports animes, so
I never either. But Kuroko's in Basket's pretty good. Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, the complicated power system. I love Jujutsu Kaisen because he's not scared to kill off the big characters.
Oh, absolutely! Like he's the new kill 'em all.
The best part of their deaths, as people hate, I've always said, we don't have time to grieve them. Yeah, it's like the real world. You don't have time. Life goes on.
Like the past 2 episodes, back to back.
It's great, which is fine. You know, you can grieve them in your time. You don't have time to grieve them in the battle because everything happens amidst the battle. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't know if anyone's paid attention to Reddit or watched it. We don't do one-on-ones.
Nope.
This is life or death. If we can jump, we're going to jump. It's no holds barred. Like, it's like there's never a 1v1. You know, shit.
Not to mention that it has 2 people that can claim the title with him and Sukuna and Gojo.
Claims her.
Sukuna. Oh, manga.
It's already been claimed. I'm not spoiling anything for you.
Okay, I'm talking about just anime only for me. It has
anime
2 people.
Only?
It has 2 people that can. Well, 3 people.
Anime only. It's still Gojo. Anime only. It's still Gojo. Sukuna at 15. And Kenjaku's already stated he can't be good. It's still Gojo. He's still him.
Yeah. I mean, they have to seal him in order to do anything. So,
sorcerer-wise, the sorcerer next after Gojo, that's him as Yuta.
That's the one from the Zero movie.
He's the second strongest sorcerer.
Yeah. Hey, that movie was.
Can't trust me. And what he did in the manga recently, he's him. That's why he's my favorite. I love Yuta. Yuta's awesome. Kenjaku got to show you. You know where Kenjaku in the episode goes, you don't see what you see in that boy. He shows him in the manga what he's seen. Kenjaku's on that fraud watch. That's all I'm going to say. Kenjaku's on a fraud watch. Wait, I spoiled that too. Or did they say that in the anime too?
Let's just stop talking about it because I'm going to read the manga once this season is over.
They're still calling
it. Spoil it.
All right, Crook in a Basket.
Never watched it.
It's me and Gumby.
What is it? Oh, yeah.
We put Crook in a Basket, Gumby.
I put it right there.
Good plus?
I can see a good plus. I can see it there.
At the bottom, a good plus. Augie.
Not the greatest thing in the world, but it was a good. It was
a fun watch. It's a fun watch.
Yeah.
Magi.
Love Magi.
I forgot about it.
No, Magi's only on season 2 still. This shit's been out since like 2015, and it's only on season 2.
I forgot about it, honestly, because it's been so long since, you know what I mean. Like it's getting that Fire Force treatment. Sinbad's
that boy.
Dude, what do you think of is the Sinbad anime?
Sinbad, yes, it's so good. It's not on here though, no. But the Sinbad anime's fire.
So we're just gonna pair that with the manga.
We can, yeah.
Okay.
I love Sinbad, dude. Anytime anyone says, "Can he be Goku?" No, but Sinbad can. Yeah. Sinbad Solo's most anime, so yeah, he does.
I would put it. I would put it in great. I think.
Okay. I would put it right. I'll put it top.
I was going to say top of great. Magi's so good.
All right, My Hero.
Again, like it's up there for me with fuck, because you're a lot farther behind on it than I am. So am I the one that really has the most to say for this one?
Yeah. I'll give you my take where I'd put it at where I'm at so far. I'd put it in the great category.
Really?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Like if you take out the cringiest fan base in anime history, which is My Hero, good lord, they're awful. I put My Hero as a standalone series in great.
Okay. So, that being said, I would put it in amazing.
No! Sorry.
And I would put it real close to Demon. I would put it close to Demon Slayer. I don't know if it's above Demon Slayer. Because it's like one of those ones that's kind of neck and neck.
What is that one?
My Hero Academia. Because, like, what's going on now, because I haven't read the manga. Kelsey's read the manga. But because I haven't read the manga and I'm anime only on it, the point that where it's at in the anime is fucking amazing. So I'm happy with where it's at.
Next, okay, how am I going to Naruto? I'm going to Naruto Part 1. Naruto Part 1.
I would put it in... I'm going to have a lot of Narutards mad at me.
They're not Narutards anymore.
Borutards. I would put the OG Naruto in great. Not above Dragon Ball Z though.
Tell me what you... have.
I think so. I would put it at the... I can't, like I said, I can't say anything on Gintama because I haven't watched it. But I would put it at the bottom of great. What's your thoughts on OG Naruto? Okay.
Let's do something like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Came back.
Hey, never mind. We can go back to it. Give me what's your thoughts on Naruto Part 1?
Great.
Doing great.
I didn't necessarily mean that as the tier. I still think it's a good, it's a great anime. It's a good anime, but I don't know. Where were you guys talking?
Jake says he puts it in great.
I would put it at the bottom of great.
I
would put it. So here's my thing. I would put it at the bottom of great, and I would put it in it because it's definitely better than Bleach. I think the OG Naruto, not Shippuden.
I would say so. I mean, yeah, I would say that because I like it better than Kuroko, and I like it better than Bleach.
I would put it at the bottom of great, behind Gintama, and
yeah. I can see
bottom
of great or top of good plus.
Shippuden, I would put it below Bleach.
Okay, here's the thing part now. Go for me. I adore Part
1. Oh, where were you going to put it?
It's hard because I'm looking at where we got stuff. Like I adore Part 1 Naruto a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
Gintama. I put it above Dragon Ball Z. I love Part 1 Naruto way more than Z. I just love.
Yeah, I could see it being above Z.
I put above this in Black Clover. I put above this. Put above. I'd honestly probably stop.
See, okay.
Right
so, if Dragon Ball Z had stopped at Cell, then I wouldn't put Naruto above Z. But, well, I did like Boo too, though. But it's just Boo was definitely
significant drop in quality story wise.
Yeah. I still liked it, but yeah, it wasn't as good.
Yeah,
I would put it right. I would stop right before Diamond is Unbreakable.
I wouldn't have a problem with that personally, but
yeah, I don't have a problem with it considering we are talking about OG Naruto.
The soundtrack, just Naruto as a character himself before the time skip was so much better.
You don't like him after time skip?
No, he gets ruined, and I'll get into that next. Now Shippuden. Here's where I stopped liking Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
The first dagger is the time skip. What does Naruto learn from his training after the time skip? Nothing.
Yeah, okay, so I definitely can see that.
He learns how to make a bigger Rasengan. Good on him. Compared to Sasuke's training after they meet him, he's dog shit.
Yep.
Sasuke creates kidding. And he's about to easily clap all four of them. One of them is a Jonin level former what are they called?
It's like
a former Anbu.
Like post time skip Naruto at the start of Shippuden, there was such an insignificant amount of power that he gained after that time skip.
And he still loses himself to the Ninetales in the first arc.
And then you move over to the Pain arc after he trains for just a little bit and gets Sage mode.
I will say I like OG Naruto better, but I think the best arc in Naruto is still the Pain arc.
Hands down, but
I think that's peak Naruto. That's peak Naruto's the Pain.
I'll agree, but we can't judge it just by a single arc. No. Look at it as a whole.
Like, okay, the Gar retrieval arc sucked. I didn't like it. That was crap. That was the start of also the shitting on the side characters. And what fights does Rock Lee win? He wins against himself.
And let's not forget too, it has the same thing Bleach does. It has the same thing Bleach has. The random fucking filler spots in the middle.
Yeah. Naruto's probably worse on filler, honestly.
That's what I'm talking about. It is way worse. And for me, personally, that's what drops it down a lot as well.
Now, if you get to, like, the Pain arc and the Hokage Summit, that shit is awesome. Like, seeing Sasuke fight all the Hokage, granted, he gets saved a lot by Obito.
I also hate the ending.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Like, Obito saves his... Like, if it wasn't for Obito, like, honestly, Raikage kills him.
I hate the ending of Naruto Shippuden.
I didn't like the ending? I like the ending of Naruto. Like, with him and Sasuke?
I don't like the fucking villain. And fucking...
Kage? No, listen, I got tons of things to say about Kage. I'm talking about the actual ending.
No, I'm talking about, like, the final fight. Like, the random ass fucking where the fuck did this bitch come from?
Dude, that shit's
ass. So I think Naruto Shippuden is I think it's one of those ones that got better as it went on, for sure.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but compared to OG, I just don't think I don't think it was as good as OG. Like, peak is an arc, Kage Summit, and once you get to the fourth year Ninja War, it goes back down in quality. I can't count how many times when the manga was going on week to week, I wanted to drop this series so bad.
Question: since we're separating Naruto, should we do the same thing for Bleach? Thousand Year Blood.
No, because it's not. No.
Is the title different?
Because Bleach has multiple time skips. If we did that, we'd have to do a lot of it.
No, well, Shippuden was a sequel series. It wasn't.
The only reason why 1000 Year Blood War is getting its own thing is because they're differentiating it away from everything else.
Okay.
Because it's not the same studio. Because a lot of the music in the new one had to be redone because it's not the same people.
That's why I'm saying, like, should we do its own thing?
No, I'm counting Bleach all as one. 1000 Year Blood War, it's all Bleach. Granted, I could do Naruto because all the manga is just Naruto.
But there was so much content in the original Naruto.
It's like Dragon Ball. It was more charming.
It's exactly what I was getting ready to say. It's exactly the same.
Much more charming,
but not on the same scale.
And then at the end of Naruto, like this is the thing everyone says. It turns into Dragon Ball Z. It's not about ninjas anymore. It's just a big power up, blow, mountain crushing thing. Like, he could destroy a continent. That's great. I'm glad this is about ninjas.
I would put Shippuden as decent. That's just me. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me for that, but I would put it as decent.
I would put that.
The only reason I stuck with Naruto Shippuden is for that Sasuke and Naruto fight that was promised by Hiro Mashima.
You can't say it's lower than an anime you don't even remember in Android 009.
You can't argue that. You can't argue that.
I would put it just...
I like it better than Inuyasha.
I would say the saving grace of the 4th grade Ninja War for the majority of time I read it when it was weekly, was still ongoing, was Madara. That was it. Madara was the only thing that kept me reading that. Because Madara was the only interesting thing about that whole thing. And then Kishimoto wrote himself into a corner.
So I still enjoyed it. But I can definitely understand the criticism of like it turning into Dragon Ball Z at the end, like mountain crushing.
My main gripe, especially near the end, is just Kaguya. Kaguya should have never been.
If you want to watch Naruto done right, just watch Black Clover and read the rest of it.
I'll say ship it in.
Oh yeah, the Kaguya thing. I 100% agree. It became like that. The whole Sage of the Six Paths turning being the son, and then the other son, and then Kaguya being the mother. Like that whole thing was so convoluted.
That is because Kishimoto wrote himself into a corner with Madara. He made Madara too strong. Like even when Naruto and Sasuke got their power ups, he gave Madara another power up.
Yeah.
It was too many power. It was way too many power ups in a single.
He gave him the third shot. He gave him that third eye, which was the the
Russian Shuriken.
No, Russian Shuriken. He gave him the Sharingan, which made him stronger than Naruto and Sasuke. And you're like, what the hell's the point?
Yeah, I think the final power up should have been
there was
Naruto getting complete control of the Demon Fox.
There was too many power ups at the end.
Yeah,
the only problem with Naruto getting if you stop the power ups, Naruto getting the full Brahma Chakra mode.
Mm-hmm.
Only problem there is you can't have the final fight with Naruto and Sasuke because Naruto and Sasuke are so uneven at that point. Because I remember reading the chapter manga. When Sasuke's watching Naruto fight in that form, he's like, "This is how strong he's become." Sasuke was sweating because he knew he couldn't beat Naruto at that point.
Yeah. So I would give Sasuke an almost equivalent to like where they're even pretty much.
What do you give him though? If you don't give him the Sage Six Path mode,
to me,
that's the only way he gets the Rinnegan. So what do you give him?
To me, Naruto is just great value brand Dragon Ball.
I guess you do give him the Rinnegan, but like just not.
And even with Sage Six Path mode, even in their final fight, it still wasn't even because Naruto was holding back a lot of that fight.
Yeah.
Well, Sasuke was trying to kill.
Yeah.
It's hard because the QB is such a crazy plot device for Naruto. It makes him stronger than what Sasuke could ever naturally be.
Yeah, so I guess you have to you would have to give him the Rinnegan, and but like you just don't add all the other stuff that made the Rinnegan like so ridiculous.
Even if the Rinnegan was ridiculous, Naruto was just.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I felt like all the stuff with Kaguya, like you said, was like not needed to make the Rinnegan what
and then Kakashi gets his dual Mangekyous and he gets the Susanoo that can tag Kaguya. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. It's so stupid. Yeah. Like, it's not even EMS. It's literally regular Mangekyu. And he gets a automatic full body Susanoo that tags Kaguya. Get the fuck out of here. It's so dumb.
If you want to put it just above Dragon Ball Super.
And plus, I don't like Obito either. I don't care anymore. I hate Obito.
If you want to put it just above Dragon Ball Super,
I'd be okay with that.
But I think that Dragon Ball Super as a whole is more iconic than Shippuden.
Is it though?
I'm not going to go iconic. No,
but even then, I still think Naruto would be more iconic.
I think Shippuden's way more iconic than Super. Dragon Ball series as a whole is more iconic than Naruto.
Yes. Absolutely, Dragon Ball Z is more
both series, and no, Shippuden's way more iconic.
But I would say that the original Naruto approaches the iconic level. Because, like, honestly, I feel like Naruto is the new generation's equivalent to our Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
I wouldn't even say new generation because it did come out in like mid 2000s.
Yeah, it's considered a boom. It's considered a boomer anime now. We're old guys.
No, I know, but I mean, if you say that,
it came out when we were kids.
I know, but Dragon Ball Z and stuff came out even earlier than it did in America.
Yeah.
So it's even much older.
It didn't
Dragon Ball was Dragon Ball. That series came out like in the 80s.
But you got to think too. Dragon Ball didn't come to the States until like early 2000s.
No, it was in the 90s.
It was 90s.
Was it 90s?
Yeah, it was 90s. They didn't run the actual anime on TV until like late 90s, early 2000s.
That's what I mean.
No, it was definitely, it came out in the 90s.
It was turn of the century.
I'll put Naruto Shippuden.
I could see that.
Honestly, I'll put Shippuden on top of good.
Okay. Those other three anime that are there, I don't know.
Man and Hell's Paradise?
Yes, I would.
Okay,
because those other ones I haven't seen, but Super I'd say those ones are up to you. But
do you give?
You want to skip One Piece?
I want to save a couple of them for that.
Did you know in the English dub they reference Mount St. Helens?
Yes.
I was excited about that because
Yu-Gi-Oh is a tricky one because the original manga for Yu-Gi-Oh is not like.
No,
it's very dark.
I haven't seen any of the manga for Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's the original manga for Yu-Gi-Oh because they had to restart with our new series to keep up with the anime to make it like the anime. The original Yu-Gi-Oh series, Yugi is not a good person.
Oh, really?
Yugi he murders people. And he doesn't just murder people like in Duel Monsters. Any kind of game he makes, if you lose, you pretty much your soul gets taken away. You die.
So he's Pegasus.
He's something.
So we need a.
It's dark. It's pretty dark.
We need a true to manga Yu-Gi-Oh remake anime.
There is one.
True to manga?
Yeah, you can literally find it on YouTube. It's like a couple episodes.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
I love you. I like Yu-Gi-Oh. I like the card game, all that stuff.
I mean, it might be more.
It was a big part of my childhood.
Anything. I don't like the newer ones as much, but gee,
I'm going based off original. Like,
yeah.
The only Yu-Gi-Oh I'm adding here is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Kingdom and the battle. Yeah, and the city tournament.
Yeah.
I will say honestly,
that's where I fell off. The city tournament is where I fell off.
I'm fine with putting it like, honestly, probably like right below Super.
I can say that. I can agree with that. Did I like it more than Inuyasha?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Platinum End.
But I'd be fine with putting it there.
That's the one with the angels, ain't it?
Yeah, and I quit near the end because I got tired of it.
It's made by the same people that did Death Note, ain't it?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I would put that one honestly in bad.
What I mean.
Up
until a certain point where the main character has a literally the best point to kill the main villain, the best point to kill him. And he can do it. End the whole thing right there because he knows this guy's a piece of crap.
I didn't even finish it.
I didn't either. But he's like he doesn't like the idea of killing. This guy has killed so many people, and you're still don't like kill him.
So like I skipped a good. It was a good thing I skipped that anime. I never.
It was very.
It was like it had so much hype because it was made by the same people. It's the same author that made Death Note. And
it was solid up until that point. All right, Slam Dunk.
Never watched it.
I haven't watched that one either. Right. As long as everybody hates you.
Seven Deadly Sins.
I haven't seen that one either, actually.
7 Deadly Sins.
It's one of those things where it was good up until a certain point.
Really?
Plus 2. Oh.
Apparently they're making a sequel series to it too.
There's already one out, yeah. The manga for not to Taizai, like the manga when I was reviewing it weekly back in the day, it was one of the series I actually looked forward to reading because I loved it because it was really good. And then it just fell apart. I still remember when, what was his name? One of the Ten Commandments, what was his name? It starts with G. He's the guy at he had the armor on.
Is it the dude that ended up being the angel?
7 Deadly. I can't remember. It's when the Ten Commandments first got introduced. This guy. I think it might have been.
In like ancient Egypt?
No.
Different Ten Commandments.
It was Gallon. Okay, it was
Gallon. Okay.
Like when Gallon was first introduced, and he went across the world to Meliodas in 72 steps. It was like, holy
72
shit. This guy is crazy. Like they hyped up when the commandments were introduced, they hyped them up very well.
Mm-hmm.
And then they all just fell like dog shit. Then Bond just makes no sense at all near the end whatsoever. Tagging the Demon King. Ow. And after he lost his immortality. Which, don't get me wrong, I like Bond, but it was just the ending ruined it for me. It was not good. I'll put it in mediocre.
I put it that low.
It left a bad taste of like the ending
to
a series.
I would have put it decent, kind of similar to where GT is at.
I'll put it above GT.
But that's where
I had never watched it, but I always thought it was like a popular anime.
Is it really below Blue Exorcist though? Okay. Yeah.
He's like, all right, no more. I'm going any higher.
Carnate is a slime.
That's a shonen.
Really? And now that like there's like every anime copying that.
Yeah, right.
That thing. Like I've seen so many titles of things where it's like slime reincarnated. I'm like, oh, is this anime? It's this anime. And it's like actually a different anime. I'm like, what?
Now I'll give some leeway.
Reincarnated is this?
Because I dropped it because I'm tired of the same type of this anime to one. I'm probably going to get back into watching it because I've been told it gets dark. I've been told what the things Rimuru does to become a demon lord is dark.
Yes, it is.
And I'm interested. And I know novel Rimuru is one of the most broken characters.
That's one of the things that it's the same thing with Danmachi. Is like it's like you got to push through the beginning parts of it, and then it starts getting really, really good towards the end.
I know Rimuru novel wise.
Yeah, I would put it. I would put it in plus at the minimum.
To me, from what I know of it, it seems like it's like doomed. The guy's obviously going to be like he already was like way overpowered.
Yeah. Where'd you put it at? Above Death Note.
Yeah. That's a toss-up. I wouldn't put it. I would for storytelling wise. No, I wouldn't put it above Bleach. Well, you gotta put Danmachi in here too because it's a shonen. It's DANMACH, and it's all one word.
This?
Yep. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I'm telling you, like this shit is fucking great. You think that you're interested in what Rimuru does, and that time I got reincarnated as a slime? This will blow you the fuck away.
All right, where you put it
at? Based on season 3 and season 4, based on season 3, it's really, really there is fan service. There's like a lot of fan service and
thing of it,
but that is not the focus of the anime. I would personally
some story in it, but it's pretty much the focus.
Have you even watched it?
I've seen a little bit of it.
How far have you watched it? Because I've seen every episode.
Second arc? I don't know how many episodes there are.
There's 4 seasons.
I haven't seen that much, no.
Based on the third and fourth season alone, it's amazing.
But you have to get to the 3rd and 4th season.
Season 4 as a standalone, I would.
Series.
But yeah, so you can't do. When you're talking about like season 3 and 4 being good, is that a good anime? Because what about 1 and 2?
Listen to what I'm saying though. Season 1 and 2, you need to get through those seasons because there's a lot of important things that happen in that, and it's not like it's bad. It's just it starts off very lighthearted, but it's like it gets progressively dark, like really, really, really dark. And I like that about the storytelling. The world building is very interesting. The concept of the gods and them trying to, and then the dungeons, or how they explain how the dungeon works and the world building inside the dungeon and the outside world and everything. I think it's really good. I would personally put it in amazing, and I would put it just below My Hero. That's just me.
My Hero.
I can't say. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't honestly. Me personally, I would put it above My Hero.
Demon Slayer.
No, not Demon Slayer, but My Hero, I would.
Shit, there's a lot of amazing.
You put it right below Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it must be really good in those last 2 seasons.
Dude, it is amazing how good it is. Like, there's the title of it is so misleading and turns so many people away from it. It really disappoints me because it's just one of those things you have to give it the chance, and you will not be disappointed by the time you are done with the season 4. You do have to push through the first season a little bit, but I mean, once you get past that point, it just starts going bam, 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 and it just gets darker. The story gets more interesting. The games that the gods are playing with the people that are involved in these adventures and stuff is just the gods are pretty fucked up, and there is a lot of fan service. So if you like boobs, there's boobs, not bare boobs, but there's boobs.
That's my problem with most modern animes.
I just like it. If you like boobs, there's boobs.
I figured you would like that, but seriously, like it's good. It's to me, it's amazing. Season 4 alone, it just solidifies that. It was amazing to me because it was such a good arc.
Soul Eater.
Are we talking anime or manga? Because I don't know anything about the manga, but I do know the anime.
The only thing that's different is the ending.
I'd put it in good. It's not near as good as Fire Force.
Whatever.
I think it has a better story than Super.
I think it's above Super. Go for it. I liked it better than Chainsaw Man. Tokyo Revengers.
Oh man, I really like it, Tokyo Revengers. What's your thoughts on it?
I like it. After reading the manga, I really like it. Story has a really good plot twist near the end, which is going to catch you off guard.
The concept of it too. It's like it's not a very original concept, but how they went about it, it's really good. And I don't know if you've seen the live action version of it. It's actually a pretty good live action movie.
All I know is I want a Toman jacket.
Dude, I want a Toman jacket so I can ride it around on my bike. But I gotta be careful because it does have a swastika on the side of it. So
I would put
that's why it's blurred out in the anime.
I'd put it in good. Well, yeah, they used the Buddhist one though.
Right, but they still censored it
because Western audiences are stupid.
Yeah.
I'd put it in good plus.
I would too.
I'd put like.
See, I like it better than Bleach. I would put it above Bleach. Mikey-kun. Draken-kun.
No, stop.
Okay. Emma-chan.
Fuck Emma. Bye, family.
How can you disrespect her? What about Hina-chan?
Bye, family.
Man, Spy Family, I know. I haven't seen it, but I heard whenever it was first coming out, like everybody was talking about that thing.
It was good. I mean, it wasn't amazing. I'm
feeling right about here.
I can agree with that. I never finished the first season, but what I've seen, I really liked it.
Okay, guns are worth. Da-na-na. Try again.
This is the original Trigun, right?
I'm going off based OG Trigun.
Whoa. I forget about this anime a lot.
Trigun Stampede, it was pretty solid.
Vash Stampede.
Vash Stampede
love it.
is the man. Character. He's the man. He was the man Becky Lynch wishes she could be.
This was an anime I saw when I was young, and probably
he's such a likable character. He's such a likable character.
Probably solidified like my love for anime. Maybe I don't know. I love it.
He's okay. So it's like the same thing with like Dragon Ball, Inuyasha, Yu Hakusho.
My first,
like it's one of the gateway animes.
One of my first email addresses was Vash the Stampede.
Honestly, I like him so much. I'm going to put it in amazing, but where I put it in that amazing, I'd put it above.
Oh, yeah,
I'm feeling either after five JoJo's or before.
What I like it is he goes from being funny to so serious so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's not an anime that like takes itself too seriously. It has lots of funny moments in it, but then some serious cool fights in it.
Right, and it's like with Vash or the Trigun Stampede, the remake, it was a little.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's pretty good. It takes itself a little bit more seriously. Vash is still pretty much the same guy, just not as spiky hair. But
not spiky hair? That takes away the whole joke. It's being like Broomhead or something like that.
Honestly, I'll put it.
Instead of a broom, he's more of a mop now.
I think it should be an amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh,
is it better? Is it better than Trigun?
No. Really? I guess maybe.
I'm looking at if I'm looking at the series as a whole, manga and anime, yes. One of the greatest shonen ever.
Yeah.
The only problem with Rurouni Kenshin is the author is a piece of shit.
I agree. He's a kitty fiddler.
Yeah. But if you can separate the artist from the art, they're the greatest shonen ever.
Yep.
What is that? I put it above Dragon.
Above Dragon Ball, really?
Yeah. I'm going all in like with manga and anime and all everything included. Yes. One of the best historic mangas I've ever read. Honestly, I'd have to put it in God. I think Rurouni Kenshin's so good. Like, especially like you read the whole story as a whole, like in the manga, it's so good.
You think it's up there with Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yes.
What's the major differences between the manga and the anime?
Manga continues for the anime left off.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah, it's.
We'll have to redo this. We'll have to redo this with the remake.
The original anime didn't finish the story.
Yeah, I figured.
And they
kind of left off in a bad place.
And Rurouni Kenshin like the end of it. Okay, One Piece.
It's your reign here. I haven't seen enough to make a judgment on it. I know that's blasphemous in the anime community.
What is it? One Piece?
One Piece.
Is it better than Rurouni Kenshin though?
Yes, it is.
I kind of fell off.
It's too long.
Fell off it too. It had the problem with me where it became too much fan service.
Okay, let fan service. What are you talking about?
Yeah, how can you not say it's?
He's talking about post time skip.
Yeah.
Post time skip. You didn't, especially near the end of the post time skip. It does not. It gets really. All I'll say is, if you say it's too long, did you watch all of Naruto?
Okay, so
what I mean is like I didn't start watching it early enough to really catch up to it. Whereas Naruto, I started off whenever.
I think that's the biggest problem with people who don't get into One Piece. They feel the need they have to catch up quick.
I don't feel the need that I need to catch up quick. I don't have that attention span that I would get be like, I'm ready to start watching something else.
Best world building ever in any show.
I think that the anime is really annoying. Yeah, I haven't seen the manga, so maybe that makes it better. But
the pacing in the manga is.
Yeah, the anime is so garbage.
That's why if you talk to most One Piece fans, they will tell you.
Is it faster to catch up that way?
Absolutely.
Okay. I might try to like.
Absolutely.
I might try to catch up that way.
Now, when you get to Wano, I will say when you get to Wano, it might not be a bad idea to watch it because the Wano anime is good, really good.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on Wano they add that's not in the manga that's really nice. The Wano anime is really good.
Like what do they add in the?
The pacing's much better. The art style's incredible. The animation's incredible.
It's better than the manga.
There's some parts that it is better than the manga. Yeah. There's some parts there's certain parts they add in the anime. It makes it better.
The anime I just hate because like
Cousin did the same thing with the.
You watch a whole
Nanami death.
You watch a whole 20-minute episode or whatever.
Oh no, I don't know. What about the Nanami death? What?
Where they
that was nice. That's like with the Toji fight when he used the rebel to kill the rabbits. That's not in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Nice touch though. I would definitely say read up until Wano, then maybe watch some Wano. Wano's really good. But they have confirmed they're going back to the same pacing and bullshit they did before Wano. So definitely, you get to Wano, watch the Wano anime, and then stop and just read from there. Because there's some big, because it's in the final saga. One Piece is.
Well, that means it still has another 1,300 episodes.
Oh no, they're rushing stuff. It seems like they're rushing stuff a lot of like this flashback we've gotten with Kuma. They've like.
Because like you seriously, like if you go on like Netflix right now and it has like the arcs and stuff separated by season, and like it has like 200 episodes.
Oh no, I know.
It's just like, dude, come on.
That makes it more intimidating though. Worst part.
It's not so much that it's intimidating. Like I said, my attention span is just like.
Well, then when they do it like that, it also makes it seem like it's. Because if you can get into One Piece, like, and you actually get hooked
if I start watching it from tonight, and then just watch it every day.
I don't just.
And no. It'd probably take me 6 months to a year to catch up.
Yeah, it would. With the anime, absolutely. You absolutely would. It's the pacing in the anime's ass. It's so bad.
And I think that's why I kind of got bored whenever I first started watching it.
The manga's just you hooked onto it. The manga, you won't stop reading. So good. I know you hawk shit.
Top of amazing. I wouldn't put it in godlike.
Wouldn't put it in godlike.
Now, if Rurouni Kenshin's at godlike, I would put it in godlike. If Rurouni Kenshin is in godlike, so is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Tippity top.
I like how we have no bad anime, but we have.
I know. I was about to say we need to go through this list. We have an empty bad spot.
I almost said that earlier.
We could probably get rid of the good plus category.
I almost said that earlier, where I was like,
we just need to
we can't have an empty tier.
We need to reevaluate everything we've got right now.
See, like I said,
I would get rid of mediocre and put bad there.
I would put. No, I would just put that mediocre anime in bad because that shit was trash.
Let's go through this.
And I would put.
Keep mediocre, Spider-Man's mediocre. Let's go to decent. We have JoJo's Part 1 at decent. Are we really saying JoJo's Part 1 is on the same level as GT and Exorcist?
No. I would say GT was mediocre. I would leave Seven Deadly Sins in decent.
Do this. Platinum gives them bad.
Okay, yeah, that's where I said it. I agree.
Okay, let's look at good. We have Naruto Shippuden as the tippity top of good. Is Inuyasha on the same level as Naruto Shippuden? Put it in decent. I'll put Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll put Dragon Balls.
I would leave it in good. I think good has a good amount of in there.
Plus, these are ones that are a step above good. Stop. So far. Great, we have Manga. Amazing's where I think we need to sort some shit out. A lot of amazings here. Attack on Titan being the tippity top. Hajime no Ippo. I'm down to downgrade it to the top. My Hero. Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, Part 2 JoJo, Full Metal, Slam Dunk, Trigun, JoJo's Part 5. Woman Crybaby.
Woman Crybaby.
Demon Slayer. Getting a little bit of I'm getting the Devil Man and everything. That's just, you have to mention. Actually, I'm fine with that. It looks fine to me.
It just goes to show that most of the shonen that we've seen, we've enjoyed.